Let me tell you guys about BellyUpSports. BellyUpSports is the internet sports bar. Go ahead and check out their website, www.bellyupsports.com, to read some great articles from great writers all across the country, from hockey, baseball, golf, soccer, you name it. BellyUpSports is the premier, not your average website. Here is the draft order. We're going to kick things off with Jared, followed by me, and then Kelcey gets the last pick. But obviously, it is a snake order draft, so that means Kelcey gets 2 back-to-back picks.
Yes.
And I will play spoiler in case I ruin some people's picks. But Jared, you do have the first pick, so let's hear what the number 1 pick is.
All right. Go start off with a viral meme. This girl's probably going to jail in 2025. That's why her thinks that Hawk to spit on that thing. Haley Welch, the viral sensation from making a joke on the street to a random vlogger, who she then tried to sue, I believe, or something along that line. Then got in with Better, Jake Paul's media company, and then released a meme coin, which they tried to stock dump or whatever the hell the term is for it, and now she's probably going to jail. So yeah, that was my number 1 pick.
To me, it's insane that this girl, the Hawk Tuah girl, Haley Welch. I don't know why we keep calling her the Hawk Tuah girl, even though that's literally what she got famous off of. But this is like her moment was essentially what multiple people try to go for, right? In these, because the guys that have these YouTube channels where they go out to the streets, everybody's drunk, and they just want to catch somebody say something outrageous. And this girl talked about blowjobs, or at least how to perform a blowjob.
And Blood Clock 2000.
And all of a sudden, she became an overnight celebrity. Which I don't think we could be using celebrity anymore. I think we're too loose with that word.
I think we're beyond celebrity with her now at this point.
It's kind of a plague at this point.
Yeah, this today, as of today, yes, beyond celebrity. But originally, I agree, not a celebrity.
I mean, she's up there with the Fire Fist kid. I think at this point,
it's terrifying.
Which I mean, if you want to think about it, I mean, they did steal money from people. So I mean, yeah, maybe she sees Mike the Situation in jail too. So those two were in the same prison, by the way. The Fire Fest guy and Mike the Situation.
Yeah,
that is just absolutely wild to me.
Also, it was a white collar prison. It wasn't like
it's not prison.
It's not prison.
It's a luxury resort.
It's a Christian day camp.
Like it's almost like better prison was freaking Pablo Escobar's prison. So like, if anybody wants to have some sense on that.
I watched a documentary once about like white collar prison, and it's like, dude, it's basically like it's like a limited like access sleepaway adult camp where you don't have to pay rent or anything like that. You get all these nice courses, classes, access to media, all this stuff, and I'm like,
it's growing up in the 90s.
Sounds like the Air Force.
Yeah.
It's 100% the Air Force. 100% right, Hector.
Bro, they had maid services, bro.
The only difference is that you don't get to play with their phone as much in the Air Force.
Yeah. I mean, more than what I had to go through.
I don't even think you guys got phones in the Marines to what, 2000?
They didn't get phones until he got out. Let's be honest.
I mean, we were using crayons, remember? All right, but my pick, and I think Hawk 2 is a very solid pick, but this is what really kicked off 2024, and that is the Cat Williams interview with Shannon Sharpe.
Williams.
When he started, and I'm sure we're going to, like, the fallout from that interview. I'm sure there's going to be some things mentioned from that, but yeah, Cat Williams just puts it all out there with Shannon Sharpe, and I mean Shannon Sharpe. I will say also his podcast is actually pretty enjoyable. Lot of good a lot of good moments with his show. Nothing is cooler than just hanging out and sipping on some cognac with the guy that said skip. So I mean,
skip.
So yeah, Cat Williams. That was gonna be my number 1 pick. I think Hawk 2 is a very solid pick, but Cat Williams is that interview, and also a lot of memes came from that interview as well. So
I'm actually kind of jealous because you guys both took the top 2 in my list. I didn't expect anything different because those seemed to be the top 2. So yeah, damn, I missed out. All right, I'll rip the Band-Aid off. I got a double pick. So let's go with the Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese dramedy.
Damn it.
It's drama, comedy. Which one is it? We'll never know. Adding Cheryl Swoops into that conversation.
The owner of the
Adding,
You want to just say Caitlin Clark hate, or you want Caitlin
Yeah.
Clark versus?
we'll just call it Caitlin Clark dramedy because we don't know which way it's going. It's drama, it's comedy. She got named Time of the Year or Times Athlete of the Year this year. So yeah, we I don't know anymore what to expect of it. But she's a great athlete. She's done a lot for women's sports, but she's not the only one. There's no doubt about that. But at the same time, she is the highlight reel of the WNBA. You got to give her that
also
respect.
Is kind of the central pulling force behind why. I mean, there's a reason they picked her.
Well, I'll be honest. I think combining everybody into it, combine all the drama that you saw is making more people talk about it, making more people watch it just to see if Angel Reese was any good. So to be fair to Angel Reese, to be fair to her, she did have some responsibility to this. But yeah,
I mean, she led the league in rebounds to herself.
Off of her own misses.
second chance rebounds off her own misses. Yeah, absolutely.
Bro, that looked like me when I was playing horse and I kept pretending like the rebound was intentional.
Yeah. And then
one more. Hold on, still haven't touched the ground, guys. Yeah.
That's exactly what I felt.
100%. But yeah, Caitlin Clark's my number one.
Also,
number two, though,
who was it that said that the athlete of the year should be the WNBA?
Oh,
they're still under.
Yeah, the owner of the Washington Mystics.
The league is still under.
No, they made a profit this year. They did turn a profit, but by less than 5% profits.
That's like when Pam was like, I doubled my sales from what, 2 to 4?
Check.
That's the most perfect analogy for it. Oh my God.
All right. We'll go number 2, same vein, hilariously awkward moment, but still so funny to talk about. Did he or didn't he? We'll never know if Shohei was the guy responsible. But Shohei's interpreter takes the fall for the sports betting. Yeah, absolutely wild to see it. And who knows what the actual true answer is because none of us speak Japanese. And Shohei speaks perfect English, but chooses to use an interpreter for this exact reason. I will stand on that hill. But you know what? More respect to him. But yeah, no, Shohei's interpreter taking the fall. Whether he did it or didn't, we'll never know.
All right.
It was hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. When there's certain things where you just like, we can't be all judging things off a stereotype. And if you guys don't know that there is a stereotype for Asians that they do love to gamble, and I was like, it can't be all true. And this came out. I was like, oh God. Also, fun fact: a lady, one of the people that my mom cleans for. She goes frequently to the casino in Louisiana, and she is also Vietnamese. So I just wanted to point that out. Totally not racist, but it is it is one of those weird stereotypes that you kind of hope isn't true, but it is kind of true. It's the same thing. Like I don't know what's a good stereotype where you're like, it's kind of true.
Hector, I think you're the only one in this conversation that can say a stereotype.
Yeah, I know. Me and Kelcey are kind of up a creek.
I love that I do get away with this.
We can make jokes about other types of nationalities of white people if you want to make those jokes.
I got one. Rednecks and their inbreeding. You hope it's not true.
Polacks are stupid.
Okay, let's not offend that many people.
I am Polish, so I got a free card.
Okay, we got clarification. We're good. We got clarification.
Yeah, I have a big ass Polish eagle tattooed on my arm that basically says, "Hey, this guy is a Polak."
Also, shout out to our 2024 Player of the Year, Robert Lewandowski.
Yes, sir. That's my dog right there.
3-time champion, but
never ending.
Yeah, the Shohei Ohtani scandal, and the fact that they were somehow able to just pin it all on the translator.
And then it just got swept away like it was nothing.
It just got swept away. He gets the biggest contract ever.
Sets an all-time record for a season, 50-50 home runs, stolen bases.
Bro, Ohtani's gonna get the Bobby Bonilla deal. Yeah. He's gonna be the next Bobby Bonilla. Like we're just gonna be like, hey guys, guess what? Ohtani's getting his paycheck today.
I wonder if I'm keeping that on the schedule. Oh, Ohtani got his betting stipend for the next year.
Yeah, he's gonna be living good. That's what he took that deal.
Yeah, he wants a long-term betting Payments.
It's like I have a connect. So solid. That was a good pick. Dang man, like, the Otani one took me by surprise. I wasn't expecting that one. My second pick. Oof. Well, I mean, let's be honest. It happened, and it was following with Cat Williams, and that is, of course, P. Diddy. It turned out to be true. So,
Damn it! I was hoping Hector took something else. I'm like, oh God, don't say it.
bro, the fact that they went into his home and found bottles on bottles of lube, baby
Gallons
oil,
of lube. Sorry, baby oil. You're right. My bad.
baby oil.
Allegedly, baby oil.
That is probably, and that was just the most insane thing. I mean, look, do we know that Hollywood probably has its own separate life and all that? And if you believe in the who,
Well, that's real. Don't worry.
Oh well, we might get canceled tonight.
I've done it plenty of times on this podcast.
we're
I haven't
good.
got caught yet. But yeah, it's just it's interesting. And then like Cat Williams kind of has like this tell-all where a lot of celebrities had to come out and say, yeah, but for them to finally like I guess catch the diddler, which is another thing that just nonstop memes that came from this guy.
He diddled that fiddle.
Yeah, man, it was definitely one of those where you're just like, oh wow, this was happening. So
it might get LeBron too.
There's more to come apparently.
Never know. 2025 might be LeBron getting caught in the P diddle my fiddle.
Yeah, I think Jay-Z's also kind of.
Yeah, that's why I've separated myself from him being my favorite musician. He's been jettisoned out of the top 10, top 15, top 20 on my list. I don't want any association with that slimy ball.
Yeah, I get that. All right, Jared.
All right, you guys ate up about 80% of my list here, so I'm gonna go with a funny meme and all innuendos aside. The Dune 2 popcorn buckets.
Oh my God!
I forgot about those.
I still haven't seen the movie either. I just literally went and saw something else that weekend. It was the Guy Ritchie World War II movie. Took my dad to go see it with Henry Cavill, and I'm like, the buckets are real. I was laughing my ass off. I could not stop laughing.
I can't believe someone saw that and was yes. Well, I'm sure someone did say yes, but I mean, like,
yeah, we know Diddy probably said yes.
And also the fact that Ryan Reynolds was like, "How do I top this?"
Can we just put popcorn buckets? Can we just give Jared popcorn buckets this year?
Popcorn buckets. No, meme popcorn buckets.
All right, meme popcorn buckets. I'll give it to you.
Yeah. Or I'd say phallic popcorn buckets. We want to really get really specific.
I'll say raunchy.
I'll say you can just say popcorn buckets because there's some wild ones. There's literally a giant hammer one right now.
I am actually literally going to the movies tomorrow to go get that popcorn bucket.
Yeah, like this popcorn bucket in general is insane right now.
Dude, well, I mean, it's for a Lord of the Rings movie, so you know I was going to go see it regardless. Like I live and die by that.
That's fair.
Saga. Better than Harry Potter, better than Game of Thrones. I will not be argued with that on that one. My next one is Ray Gun from the Olympics.
Oh my God.
Like literally the worst dancing routine I've ever seen. The fact that somebody did it as a touchdown celebration this year was the cap of it. And also then all the scandal that comes afterward, how she like paid her, or like she was married to the judge who let her through to the Olympics, or she paid somebody off. Like all the and they even made fun of it on like Jimmy Fallon. I'm like, this is perfect.
It was an SNL skit. Yeah. Countless people dressed up as her for Halloween. I think they actually went to conventions dressed as her.
No, it's my favorite thing about all this is that like somewhere somebody told her this was a good dance routine.
Well, it's Australia. I mean, do they really know how to break dance?
I mean, the others did.
Somebody also told the Olympic Committee this was a great idea. At all.
Well, because who was the host? France, right? Paris,
They
France.
wanted artsy dance routine.
So
Well,
they picked
France-
breakdancing for their sport. So
France is literally the home to the world breakdance competition, which is actually an insane competition.
Well, yeah, no, I've seen
That doesn't
videos
look as bad as that.
Insane stuff, man.
Yeah. This reminded me like the NBA when they didn't allow pro players to go play.
Yeah.
Like it was just like high school and young college kids. That's how that's how the Olympics breakdancing reminded me.
I think if you had Ray Gun out there, you could have just sent out Napoleon Dynamite and we would still win.
Winning a
Hey,
landslide.
you leave Nick Foles out of this.
Wow.
I'd send Pedro at least.
Yeah.
Just so we can stand there and say with a sign that says vote for Pedro.
Ah, man, what a movie. Napoleon Dynamite.
What
You
a
guys
movie.
don't know. You guys should watch
Uncle
it.
Rico. Heck,
Uncle
we could
Rico.
have sent Uncle Rico out there and he could have thrown a football over a mountain.
Over them mountains, bro. Over them mountains.
You want to see me do it again?
All right. All right, I'm gonna pick something that was very disappointing, but I watched it. Yes, I admit I've watched it. I said it plain. I actually said it in the podcast too. Madam Web. That movie happened. I watched it. I am ashamed to admit it. Yes, I watched it because Sydney Sweeney was in it. Don't shame me for that one.
No shame, sir. No shame.
Yes, the movie was very terrible. It was very comical. Not on purpose. And yeah, it was one of those where let's forget this ever happened, but this did happen, and a lot of the actresses that were in this movie unfortunately want to forget that happened. So
I just don't want to forget about the actors that were in the movie. Sorry. I'll take myself to jail.
But yeah, Madam Web was up there, and like I was laughing a lot in the theater, and I wasn't the only one that was laughing in that theater.
That movie is why I don't go to the movie theaters to watch movies right now.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna have to take an impressive movie to get me back in the theater.
Also, the worst thing that sucked, what sucked even more, I mean, the movie sucked in general, but they never got their powers. So, like, you watch this movie, like, huh, I wonder when they get their spider powers. They never get it. They never get it at all. So, that was also... And they promote the movie with them in these spider suits. So you're like, oh, man, this is going to be interesting how they get their powers. And they never get their powers in the movie. So, never once do you see them in a suit, unless it's a flashback. So
yeah, that's fair. That's a good one though. I despise that movie with the passion. But you know what else I don't despise is College Football 25. That's my pick. College Football 25 after 10 long excruciating years is back. Made me happy. Made me relive the glory days of taking UAB to a national championship game. It was great. Great moment. Great feeling, great happiness that came with that game coming back out.
Oh, so, yeah. Are you guys still doing some saves? I just want to know because some people have been straight out clowning that the game is trash.
Oh, I'm still playing. Me and my buddies are still doing a dynasty. I just won the league championship like literally an hour and a half ago.
Yeah, people who are bugging out about the game, they're trying to play
Ultimate Team.
Yeah, they're trying to play Ultimate Team in college football. That is not what you play in College Football 25. You do not play Ultimate Team and have fun. You play Ultimate Team and get disappointed with life.
Because there are broken cards, because there are broken players in college football. Like Lamar Jackson in college was broken if he was in a video game.
Cam Newton,
another one. You could go down the list. Barry Sanders, Derrick Henry. I could keep rolling this out, but it's about the actual style of the game and stuff. Like literally, I had a blast. I just won we're in our third year of our dynasty. I just won. I'm ecstatic to go on and play again.
Yeah, I maxed out one dynasty already. Now I'm starting a new one.
I got Arizona up to a 5-star in 3 years.
UAB was a 7-time national championship winner. So
stop
after that point.
I created Eddie Pleasant as a defensive coordinator. He is now the head coach of Rice University, and we're trying to rebuild that program. So it's
see.
And because I did that, I made him a defensive coordinator. So for me to finally learn how to play defense on NCAA football,
that was the hardest part, honestly. That game in defense.
Oh, it was so hard to defend.
Yeah, but all right. So had one fun for the picks. Now I'm going to go back to my meme pick. I'm going to say D Wade statue, or is it a Shaq statue? We'll never know.
They basically got the guy that did the Ronaldo statue.
100%.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, they recently replaced the Ronaldo statue, so I'm just waiting for them to replace the head for Dwayne Wade as well.
Oh, that guy was so offended. They interviewed him about the Ronaldo statue. So like he was like, I thought I did a good job, and you just keep looking at the statue. You're like, you sure? Sure about that?
Yep. It was awful. God awful.
Hmm.
Dwayne Wade looks like Shaq mixed with I don't know who.
Yeah.
Tyrese from the Fast and Furious movies. Like I really don't know what else to say. It's like that was just the worst likeness of a pro athlete I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's a good one. Speaking of likeliness of a pro athlete, the Aaron Hernandez
Oh my
series on FX.
I've
Also,
forgot
probably
about that.
the worst case of worst showing of athleticism as well. The
Tim
Aaron
Tebow.
Hernandez sprint.
What about Tim Tebow's throwing motion? It's worse than his actual throwing motion.
I like how they just said, "Hey, just be a straight up frat boy for Gronk."
Fun fact: that guy actually, him and Gronk actually know each other. They're friends. The guy who played Gronk. That's why he was able to replicate
That was the best.
Gronk.
That was literally the best part of the show.
Or
Everything else was
Bill
terrible.
Belichick jamming out to Bon Jovi.
Yeah, those two guys. I think their acting was great. The rest of that series,
I did not realize that was Urban Meyer. Like the whole time, I was like,
he's not creepy enough to be Urban Meyer.
It's like this guy has to be like an AD or something. Like he can't. There's no way this is Urban Meyer. And it was Urban Meyer, and I was just like,
well, Jared, remember, Urban at Florida was not that creepy. He didn't get creepy till first retirement going into Ohio State.
Chop house.
But yeah, that show, I still need to finish it, but I don't know if I want to either though. That's like where I'm at. So
I'm not finishing it.
All right, Jared, your two picks.
All right,
that's 2 picks.
I don't know if you guys remember this, but the celebrity unfollow trend that started with that one girl who used to date Matt Khalil, let him eat cake. That meme from like it was the Met Gala, where like the girl said let him eat cake, and it like it was the middle of the economy tanking, and there was like a mass unfollowing spree on TikTok or whatever. I don't know if you guys remember that one, but if you guys don't, I have a backup. It was the
I remember the let him eat cake because it's a nod to the French Revolution.
I know it's a nod to Marie Antoinette.
Yep.
But that one didn't take as well, so I'm going to go with my backup for that one because I have 2 good ones for my last 2. So I'm going to go with demure. That word needs to die. Die with 2024. God, have I heard there was one guy at my work, at my old job, who said demure, and I almost chucked a stapler at him.
Huh. I do think demure was probably the worst phrase I had to hear from my niece.
So classy, so demure.
Yeah. Ugh. All right, and then my last one is because I'm not doing the let me cake. That one kind of flunked. Flag planting.
Oh,
why do we have to go with flag planting of all things?
Well, are you offended? I love it. You don't like it? No. I'm trying to crap on the anti-flag planting laws that the weenies in your state, Kelcey, are trying to pass.
Oh, trust me. You need a breakdown on that. DJ and I talked about that.
Oh, I know. I started that part of the podcast, but I had to get out of my truck. So
we went off on the Weenie Hut Juniors down there in Columbus.
Well, so here's the thing: is I want the whole softness to die. You don't want them to plant your flag or throw the U down or horns down. Win. That's the thing. Win. You don't like it, don't lose. It's that I'm sick of that stuff.
It goes back to Cam Newton, right? You know, the whole like, if you don't want to see me dance, then stop me from scoring touchdowns.
Yeah, exactly. And so my thing was like we were talking about it. It's like, oh well, they're not going to see that. Well, y'all got your butt kicked up and down the field. Like Ohio State's all mad, and then some random Ohio State cop pepper sprays a bunch of players because Ohio State sucks.
He's a baby.
Yeah. So I want anti-flag planting laws, and the whole flag planting saltiness gone with 2024.
Yeah. Bring more flag planting back. please.
Yeah, I hope that next year Miami walks into Tallahassee because they will be able to stomp them.
Tennessee needs to beat the smack out of Ohio
I
State.
hope
Obviously,
so.
this is coming out after that, so hopefully I didn't just jinx it. But if they did, then I hope they plant a flag and take the
That was my
field goal
upset pick
post
for
to
this
the
week,
river.
so I really hope they pull it off.
Yeah, I need to see the field goal post in that river in Columbus.
Oh, I do too. I want to see the fight that breaks out trying to stop it.
I just want chaos for the
Oh, me
All
too.
the chaos.
Well,
All
I
the
mean,
chaos.
the only non-chaos game I picked this weekend for college was I took Notre Dame because I just think Indiana's a joke. I thoroughly think they're a joke. I think I went on a rant. I think on our Monday show 2 weeks ago when the football got announced, the playoff, and I said I understand why my Hurricanes didn't make the playoffs, but you cannot tell me that Alabama and Miami are not better than Clemson or better than Indiana. But I will let that go because they got in on technicalities, which I understand. But I was like, I'm like, Indiana's a joke. They played an easy schedule. The one hard game they played, they got thumped by a okay Ohio State team with a $50 million roster. But
they are struggling with Notre Dame right now too. So
in the spirit of that, I was like, I despise the Fighting Irish, but they need to do God's work tonight and knock Indiana through the freaking goalpost.
Yeah, and I mean Notre Dame is also kind of keeping them in some sense. It's like Notre Dame is like winning the game, but also at the same time is like
it's Notre Dame. Like they're another one of those teams where I'm like, they're only in because they had an easy schedule.
Yeah,
even their hardest win was what, Texas A&M.
Who that?
Exactly.
No, who?
Notre Dame.
I mean, Notre Dame's hardest win was A&M, right?
They lost to Northern Illinois. I don't care about anything else they did this season.
Exactly. Like the unbalanced. And this is also the only thing. Can we have a bonus one? Can the CFB committee's opinion die in 2024? Can we go back to the computer for the playoff for the 12 of them? Because I'm sorry, I do not understand half of like the selection. I think the CFB committee can literally go choke on a chicken bone.
I don't know. I wasn't really that mad at the teams that were selected for the playoff.
I mean, I think that they screwed up by putting Indiana in. I think Indiana doesn't.
I mean, I'm sure if you ask Spencer would probably be pissed off at. Well, he's probably not mad, but he probably would love to have seen Alabama in this thing. But
well, I mean, Kevin was the only Alabama fan I knew who actually did not want them in the playoff because they would have gotten killed.
Yeah. Look, Indiana, second best Big Ten team this year.
Fair enough.
All right. But the drop.
Third best. No, actually, second best by record Big Ten team.
Completely fair enough. My last pick is the Turkish shooter in the Olympics. That guy was the most nonchalant guy I've ever seen, and I loved every bit of it. And that was
awesome.
That was awesome.
It was awesome.
He's the definition of rolling off my couch to go do this, and I loved it.
I love how like his choice of apparel, because I mean I think everybody that was in that had like some sort of like
tech.
Protective equipment and tech and like state of the art
shield.
Yeah, this guy was just straight up like, here's my shooting goggles. I'm wearing these sweatpants because these are comfortable sweatpants. I don't want a shirt that's too tight. Just give me like a size bigger than what I normally wear, and just some comfortable sneakers
and some sweats and some dad shoes. I got this.
I mean, to be fair, as somebody who does like shooting sports occasionally, comfort is a big thing. I don't get like all the tech around it. You still got to aim down the sight, man.
Well, in that sport, I get it because you're using super hyper light, different type of equipment than normal shooting. So I get the idea that you need to have a little more tech, but I don't care. I want more guys wearing regular glasses with the little side shields.
Isn't it just like airsoft rifles and pistols?
They're
low fill.
Yeah,
bullets.
it's like 22 caliber or whatever.
It's like it's a pellet gun, right? I mean, essentially.
No, it's a 22. It's like a 22 caliber.
Oh,
it's just a low fill 22 caliber, so it doesn't leave as high a speed.
So my cousin, she's actually in the Olympic trials right now to be on the U.S. Paralympic biathlon team. So they have to use air rifles, which is sick. Because I fired one of those. They're insane. Because it's literally like a miniature mini ball fired out of an air gun. It's crazy. But because I know she's up in I think Montana training for the Olympic trials right now. So
That's where they have them.
It's crazy that we're not that far away from the next Olympics. Now that I think about it. But yeah, no, it was cool. And also like when you're mentioning like the people that go out to open, I guess an open field to go shoot, and they're like rocking the Kevlar and like the like the flax and all that, and like I'm like, dude, we're not in Iraq, bro. You can
Who is that?
it's okay.
Jared's got his camo ready, so he's ready to go right now, as is. No
As
Kevlar
a
needed.
certified card-carrying redneck, I will say I do not wear a actual full-on kit.
But you've seen those people.
Oh, no,
guaranteed.
I'm friends with some of those people.
Yep.
I have a decent kit. I don't wear it to go shooting. There's no point.
You're waiting for the when the militia's needed.
Yo,
I was gonna say, what is the point then, sir?
The point is, when society collapses, I'll be ready.
Jared's out here pulling an ultimate cosplay every year, not telling us is what it is.
Dude, when I go up to go shoot at the
I don't want to see your army surplus store purchases.
Dude, I literally go up in like a camo shirt, like cargo pants, hiking boots, and some kind of like harness carrier, like just so I don't have to carry everything in a backpack.
Fair enough.
I'll believe you. I'll believe you.
I'm sorry, buddy.
He's got like a med kit, just.
Oh yeah, he's 100%.
My buddy who's actually about to go into special forces selection. He actually has that on his kit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of it sounds dumb, but a med kit actually is pretty.
Dude, a med kit.
Always carry a first aid kit in the back of the car.
I just bought one for my back of my truck to put in my survival box.
Yeah, I have one in the back of my car too, so I get it.
All right, Kelcey, bring it home.
This sucks because I have two. I want to play with, but I don't know which one to go. But you know what? This is insert name FC, meaning it is football related in all ways, shape, or form. That's in this episode. So I'm going to stick with a football related commentary. Real Madrid boycotting literally every award show this year because of Vinicius Jr.
It was the Ballon d'Or. It was not. They got Vinny got FIFA Player of the Year.
He deserved the FIFA Player of the Year. He deserved the Ballon d'Or. But you know what? I still enjoy Real Madrid's pettiness on every single moment of that because it was the most beautiful thing ever. Well deserved.
Fair enough.
I was going to go. The total eclipse of the sun was the other option.